Hey there, it's me, Lottie, and today what we're gonna do is a what's poppin' in the wild. The wild version, I guess. Yesterday I did a video on my garden, which is, like sort of planned. And now I wanted to go around and take a look at the wild things because I have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Okay, first and foremost, we have yellow dock. Yellow dock is a awesome iron-rich herb, the root in particular. It can also have a laxative effect, so we don't want to go overboard on that unless that is our goal. So it's going to slowly start to turn just like a fall plant will. It'll turn into a lovely dark brown. And as you can see, I have like quite a few of these popping and dropping over here. So I'm going to do an yellow dock harvest when I can. The other thing that is getting itself ready is Motherwort. See, she's blooming. And it is also a great time for wild rose, which I like to combine Motherwort and wild rose. So I need to get out here and harvest this today or tomorrow because I have quite a bit of Motherwort on the scene, just standing here patiently like, okay, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay, so the next thing I'm excited about, let's walk over here. I'll try not to whip you around and get you all discombobulated, is my elderberry. Now, as I've said before, this elderberry was from 2 years ago, and I thought this elderberry just didn't thrive. When I finally paid attention, though, I see it had been getting eaten every time it tried to do a little thing. So I tied a bag of dog hair around it. When I brush my dog, a lot of hair comes off, and I just made a pouch with dog hair in it and tied it around this stick. And so I'm seeing some new growth. And this one, okay, so this was the one that really clued me in that I'm just getting eaten every time I try to do something. As you can see, it was eaten away to just 3 twigs. But look, see that new growth? And there's another new growth. I gave it some fertilizer, put down some trifecta fertilizer, and have been doing a little extra watering. You know, sometimes even the hardiest of plants need a little care and attention, you know, especially when the deer or groundhogs or whatever was ganging up on her. And I have another one over here that the same thing happened to. As you can see, completely nibbled away on the top. And I made a little sachet for this one too. And as you can see, there's some new sprouts coming. Gave her some fertilizer. Been paying attention to the watering just for a while to get established so she can boss off and blow off these things that are trying to eat her up. The other thing I noticed yesterday is this awesome patch of self-heal. This is the time of year for self-heal. I have not worked with this plant a lot, but she has been calling to me over the years, so I think I'm gonna pay more attention to her this year. I did make some tincture last year, but I love self-heal because it's just the most, one of the most, to me, unique flowers. The way it just stacks on stacks on stacks. I love that. So that's self-heal. Okay, and here we have Valerian. I think I've talked about Valerian before. This one is still in flower. And I have used the flower to make tincture and a cough syrup, sleep-inducing cough syrup that's a little milder than doing it with the root. So think about that. You can make valerian flower tincture or dried valerian for tea, and the root, of course. Now once this flower dies back, we can come out here and gather the root and use that for medicinal preparations as well. The other thing I'm taking a look at this year are these Oxeye Daisies. Has anybody used them medicinally? I mean, they make a lovely bouquet, I know that, but I have so many of them. Yeah, I'm going to do some research. Let's do some research on Oxeye Daisy. This is Daisy Fleabane, which also can be used medicinally. So I just guess I need to do a little daisy roundup, right? Yeah, maybe so. Now this tree here is a linden tree, or sometimes known as Tilia or lime tree, although it doesn't grow fruits. It's not an actual lime tree. I mean, not a lime tree in that it grows lime fruit. Okay, figure that one out. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on this one. The flowers of this are what are used, and it is very good for nervousness, sleeplessness, also can calm down your tummy. I can do more on the medicinal properties. This is just more, like I said, what's poppin'. So, looks like we're gonna have a nice bunch of flowers, because it first does the green leaves, as you can see, and then as it gets ready to bloom, it does these paler green sections where the flower is going to come out of. So that is linden flower. And this here is wild rose. Now some folks feel like this is a very bothersome plant. I mean, she can be, she gets around. But it is a wonderful plant for medicine making. Rose eases tension, anxiety, and it's good heart medicine, good for loving blends. I love to blend it with Motherwort. I think I said that earlier. So a lot of these are a little past their prime, and I've actually already collected a lot to make medicine with, but I might come out here and do one more batch of wild rose. This plant here is something that you've probably seen everywhere, and looks like a four-leaf clover, but it's actually wood sorrel, and the leaves taste very lemony, and you can use them sparingly, like in a salad or whatever you want to put them in. They're pretty tasty. They taste like lemon, like I said, tart. This is wood sorrel, and it's growing over here near my Solomon seal, which I think I'm going to harvest a little later. But you know what? I was all excited around my Solomon seal to see how it's flourishing, and then I was just minding my business, and look what I saw. Do you know what that is? Now I got to figure out how to carefully get in here and get this out of here. Yeah. That I'm not looking forward to. And you have to be careful because, as you can see, it is just creeping its way on down and out near my feet. So, poison ivy, if you didn't know, now you know. Yeah, not cool. Oh yeah, and I wanted to share, although this is pretty common is wild grape, which I know also can be very pesky. It's aggressive. It likes to climb all over other plants and just choke them out. But I will say the leaves are edible. I didn't realize in order to make stuffed grape leaves, you have to ferment the leaves first or pickle the leaves first. I collected a whole bunch and I was all set to make some. And yeah, that didn't happen. But I threw them in the dehydrator and am gonna see how they do for tea. And then the last thing I'll show you, which I'm excited about, although it's kind of sad because these elderberries are still in these pots. I swear, this week, y'all, they're going in the ground. But this one is flowering. It is blooming. I'm happy. I don't know if I should transplant it while it's blooming. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, that's my elder. And of course we have Poke coming on the scene. And you know she's gonna get giant. So this is my Poke plant. And need to give her a name because she's so huge. Just huge. And I actually have one small one trying to come up over here, which I'm going to harvest that one for the root. I think I say that every year. Anyway, I hope you're staying cool. It's a really hot day today. And be well, stay safe. I hope you and your family are safe and protected. And that I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.